Yeah. So the main advantage of TriumphsLab is like the trainers who are all working under TriumphsLab are having minimum 10 years of experience, minimum. Okay. Because the working professional can give you the real knowledge of the any of the technologies or any of the tools, right? So to talk about TriumphsLab, we started with manual testing course in 2017-18. Okay, now we have all the courses under the TriumphsLab. As I said, like manual automation testing, and Arud sir himself is going to take Java with Selenium, C Sharp with Selenium, Playwright. Okay, there are multiple courses. Again, one more sir is there, like he's going to take Rest Assured, JMeter, Karate, and Java with Selenium. Okay, we have multiple trainers with multiple technologies. They are having expertise on. Okay, so this is all about Triumphs Lab, and we'll move on to the next. Who can join the training? Okay, even freshers can also join the session. Okay, Playwright is just like Java Selenium. Okay, but thing is Java Selenium is very vast, and Playwright is very simple and you can say uh, easiest one compared to Java Selenium. Okay, I mean Anirudh sir will talk on this. Okay, and someone is already working on the IT. Okay, nowadays many of the IT companies and projects are moving into the automation tool that is called Playwright. Okay, so and who are already done the course in different institute. Okay, those are also can join the Playwright session, no problem at all. Okay, why to join us? I said multiple times, like all the trainers are working in top MNCs, and we are going to take from the scratch. Okay, even the non-technical candidates can also understand any tool, any technology. Okay. Okay, that is completely practical approach, specifically for Playwright TypeScript. Unless you do the practice, nothing is going to happen. Okay, and all real-time scenario-based questions are answered discussed on every topics. Okay, and obviously, recorded sessions will be given for future reference so that you can watch anytime, anywhere. Okay, it's in your mobile itself. You can watch anytime, and you can do the revision also. That is a plus point. Okay, and it is Playwright with TypeScript duration is around 25 plus hours. It is Monday to Friday because everyone is most of the people are working professionals, so they need holiday on the weekend. Okay, maybe they you can do the practice whatever it's been covered from Monday to Friday. Okay, timing you will decide. I think 7 to 8 is timing, right, Anirudh sir?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we will start at 7 a.m. and it
Oh,
will be of an hour, right? Yeah.
yeah, 8 a.m. right?
Yes, 8 a.m.
Yeah. Because again everyone has to move to office, so that's the reason. Okay, and preparation of notes is expected everyone from you who are all going to attend the sessions, and practice is must from all of you because this is you have to open the laptop and you have to sit along with the trainer. Okay, and playwright history, I think that's all a basic idea I've given. Okay, so Andu sir, you can take care of next slide.
Yes, good. So basically, a Playwright is a new tool that has come. It is not a new tool, I would say, but it has started getting recognition since last couple of years. The project started in 2011. It was called as Proprietary, and initially, like its name was Proprietary, and then later what happened is, Microsoft took over the whole development team of Proprietary, and then they renamed that tool as Playwright. So now it is called as Playwright. If you search Puppetry, you will have a lot of syntaxes same as Playwright because it's the same tool. Just the renaming of the tool has been done. So it is basically a Microsoft product, and they have a really good, I would say, team that is working on developing Playwright, an open source tool. And after every given interval of time, right, they would come up with a new version of it with new features. So the support of Playwright, it's really good in terms of what we had for other tools, right, earlier, right? Now, with Microsoft coming in, you get a lot of answers that, you were not getting it earlier. So it's, I would say, a complete tool. Can we go to the next slide?
Yeah. Yeah. So one more thing I heard from some of the guys, and I read in the Google also. Playwright is from Microsoft, right, Anirudh?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So Microsoft, why the people are trying to use Microsoft is because of its security reasons and brand. Okay. So because Microsoft is one of the well-known company. Okay, right? So nowadays you might have heard about .NET opening and .NET projects. I mean, those are all coming, under Microsoft, right? So that's the reason Playwright is also booming like anything. Okay. So even I have if you see any of the job openings, there will be requirement they're given, like Selenium slash Cypress slash Playwright. This is for UI automation, because any one of these, if you know, you will be shortlisted. That is how the requirement is going on in the market. Because even everyone thinks that, if see always tester means what, they are facing very difficult in understanding the coding and difficult in automating the test cases, because of Java is very vast one, complexity, because of class this and that, right? Because of that reason, Playwright is having very simple TypeScript, that is JavaScript plus some added advantage is called TypeScript, right? Because of that reason, Playwright is booming in the market. Yeah, Playwright history is done. Okay, yeah, please go ahead.
See, basically, yeah, this slide gives you a comparison of Playwright and Selenium. Both does the same activity of, testing a web application. However, when you talk about Playwright, and it is faster. The reason why it is faster is that, what happens is, earlier what used to happen with Selenium is that, you had a code, okay, and then you had a driver, and that driver used to interact with the browser. Okay. So there was some latency between, interacting with all the three components, right? But in Playwright, what happens is whatever code that you are writing, right, it automatically gets embedded into the browser and it runs directly onto the browser. So Playwright is faster than Selenium. And there are many features that you get in Playwright, like, for example, inbuilt HTML report, okay, wherein, you get all the details of what exactly that you have written, right? You'll get everything into the HTML report. So you need not to have a third-party report, you know, uh, uh, like you need not to use third-party report in your, framework, for getting that HTML part. And, basically HTML report is used for the management activities, right? So here you find that the HTML report is inbuilt. The other feature that you get in Playwright is that, the browsers that are being used, right? Okay, they are inbuilt. So, Chrome, Edge are based on the Chromium, engine. So you get here Chromium. Okay, then you have a WebKit, which is used for testing anything onto, if you want to test it onto Safari, right? So you will be doing it in WebKit, and also you get Firefox as a browser. So there are three inbuilt browsers. So you need not to install those, I would say, browsers onto your machine. Playwright would come with these three browsers itself, and you can perform your actions really well, seamlessly. Uh, the other thing is, like, I would say you do not have much prerequisites that needs to be done. When you talk about Selenium, what happens is, you will need to have a driver of, like, you need to download driver, you need to have a separate code written, right? Okay, you need to have separate third-party libraries for, reporting things, logging things, and everything comes in Playwright. You need not to do anything extra, because Playwright as a package has everything that you require as an automation tester. Okay. And about test execution rate, in Selenium, it depends on, which framework that you're using, for running it in parallel, or, how do you want to run it, right? But Playwright comes with an inbuilt framework itself, which provides you multi-thread executions, if you want to run it on the basis of tags, right? It provides an inbuilt system, so you need not to do anything extra on that front. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Yeah. So here, if you see, right,
This
Yeah,
I
if you go to the next slide.
this I will show right away because this is last 2 months back, right? So
Yes,
Selenium versus okay, for download. Okay, see guys, this is NPM. It's not a someone has added something like that. It's NPM, that is node package model. Okay, those people has just try to see how many the people has downloaded which tool they have downloaded, something like that. Okay, if you see here, just a little bit link pro. Okay, see, orange color is this one. What is that?
Playwright.
Cypress Playwright.
Yes,
Blue color is Cypress, and this is Selenium, Selenium WebDriver. Okay, if you see that in January 2024-25, the number of people they have downloaded Playwright, see the graph, you can see it's up to almost 10 lakhs, more than 10 lakhs, right?
yes,
But Cypress has increased earlier in somewhat 23-24, but again it got decreased because it is supporting only one uh, you know language, that is TypeScript. But this Playwright is supporting multiple languages. That's the reason, and there are so many reasons. Andu sir will tell you. Okay, because even I have also started with the Playwright in my recent project, so I have some basic knowledge. Okay, so Selenium, if you see, okay, constantly they are using it, but again, 2025 Jan something, it's got down. I'm not sure why, but thing is, Playwright is taking, you know, uh, up in the market. Okay.
basically, what is happening, with the, the trend, Playwright coming in, right? And it is developed by Microsoft. So Microsoft has its own other tool sets as well. So when you talk about, using a Microsoft tool, there are other tool sets that which, complement each other properly, because you have Azure, you have other things, right? So when you use a Microsoft tool, it becomes easy for, hooking it with the other tool sets. So that's the reason what has happened is with Playwright coming in, and it's so easy as well as it's so useful that people have started shifting to Playwright, and the traction of Playwright has increased since last couple of years.
Yeah. Okay. I think this is a syllabus, high level syllabus. Anirudh, you can go ahead.
Yes. So what we would be doing is for this is a course for Playwright with JavaScript and TypeScript. Okay, so we'll take a few things related to JavaScript so that you are able to understand what exactly is JavaScript and how to write a code in JavaScript. Okay, so we'll talk about every detail of JavaScript. What all things are there in JavaScript so that um, uh, you know if you go into the market, you can say that JavaScript and you can work on it, right? And TypeScript is a new language that has come up, that has been developed by Microsoft. Okay, it is just a wrapper around the JavaScript. So there is a specific reason for it. I'll talk about it when I take classes. Okay, but TypeScript is being used extensively nowadays. For every, I would say, project. Okay, so it is a good to have language, I would say. Okay, so we'll talk about that, and then going forward, we'll start with what exactly is Playwright, how to set up that Playwright onto your machine, okay, and what are the basic methods that you get. Yep, and as well as we'll talk about the whole package, like all the UI elements that you have on the web page, right? How do we interact with it? How do we perform some action, right? We'll talk about that. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Prabhu. Yep. Yeah, Playwright has a lot of tool sets. Like, you have a Playwright Inspector, Trace Viewer, Code Gen, right? So these are tool sets wherein, I'll give you a brief of what exactly these tools are, right? First of all, Playwright Inspector, right? This helps you in finding the locator onto the web page, right? Every element has an address, right? From the base element, right? So this tool set, by default, Playwright has it. You need not to, install anything extra from I would say a third party library. Like you need not to do anything like that. It is presently there, okay, inbuilt. And then the trace viewer, what it does is, whenever you are running a test, right? Okay, what it does is it creates a file with each and every step that you are performing. Okay, and if you want to refer it later, right? There is a tool set, which is called as trace viewer, wherein you can use that, like I would say, using the trace viewer tool, you can view what exactly has happened, after every given second. I'll show you a demo on that, in a couple of minutes. You will be able to understand. And code gen is like somebody who does not understand how to write a code. He wants to create a, I would say, a record and play kind of thing, right? And, Playwright also provides that facility. Then we'll also talk about, how to handle, the HTML dialogues that you get. You get some JavaScript dialogues on the UI, right? How, we will talk about that, how to interact with it. We'll talk about frame, and also, the best thing is that Playwright also provides a, API testing facility as well. The same tool can do both the things, the UI as well as API. And the next part that we'll look at is in how to create a page model, because if you go to the industry, right, directly only writing tests would not help you. There is a pattern that we follow. You have tests separate, and then the page model and the locators are encapsulated into one entity called as page model. Right? We'll talk about that. How to create an efficient page model, how to have a data-driven process. Right? You cannot have hard-coded values into the test. The test might run on different environments, right, and different data sets. How to do that? We'll talk about that, and also we'll tell you how to retry test, because retry is something that you don't get it in the other frameworks like Selenium and Cypress. The other frameworks. Right? Playwright has that inbuilt facility wherein you can retry test directly. Okay, you can run it in serial execution, or you can run it in parallel executions as well. We'll talk about tagging as well. You can tag the test in terms of, I would say, uh, you know, uh, uh, you have tests like P1, P2, P3, right? Priority 1, priority 2, priority 3, right? Okay, so you can tag those tests accordingly, and you can run those specific tests. And also will help you in understanding how to develop a framework, okay, and how to, hook it with the CI/CD, using Git, as well as, we'll talk about how to run it in Jenkins as well as, in JavaScript. So it will be a, complete course wherein, you'll understand how the tool set is being used, how to use it, and how it is used in the industry as well. Let's go to the next slide.
Anirudh, can you please click on next slide? I mean, next button. I think I given you the control. I'll be back in
Okay,
a
fine.
bit.
Yeah, this is the, the I would say, the syllabus for JavaScript. Okay, so we'll talk about, data types. We'll talk about functions. We'll talk about, like, also, these are like, objects. How to declare a variable, that is const, lets, and var. Okay, we have control flows, loops, and we'll also look at the object-oriented concept of JavaScript. Yeah, TypeScript, we'll talk about, how to install it. What are the data types, why it is being used, what is the, why do we need to understand TypeScript, right? Okay, and also TypeScript has a lot of new features that are there other than JavaScript. So we'll look at, functions, we'll look at, object oriented concept. It is mainly, it has some added advantage over JavaScript. Yeah. So these are, what I have spoken earlier, right? We'll talk about, when we talk about Playwright as a complete, series, right? We'll look at these points, right? We'll set up Playwright, how to set it up on your machine. Okay. We'll talk about the annotations that Playwright has. Okay. We'll also talk about, what is async and await. Right? This is very important in Playwright. And we'll talk about browser context, page pictures, right? You have Playwright config file. We need to understand that as well. Okay? And running test in multiple browsers, how to do it, right? We'll look at that. Basic methods like, how to get the locator. We'll also, I've not mentioned one thing here, is that, if somebody is new to automation, he needs to understand how to identify locators, right? So we'll also talk about what exactly is XPath, what exactly is CSS locators. Okay, how to, find it on the UI. We'll also talk about that. We'll have a dedicated session, so that, you understand how to do it. Then only you'll be able to, write test, right? So we'll focus on that point as well. Okay. So here we'll work, we look at, how weights are in Playwright, how to work with multiple elements, how to get the content from the element. Right? We'll look at that. Okay. I've talked about, as I've told you, that we'll look at the, UI elements that you have on the web page, right? So we have drop downs, how to pause a test, right? Radio button, right? Child window, like moving from one window to the other, right? You have multiple tabs, right? So we'll look at those, right? As I said, handling the JavaScript dialogues, right? We'll also talk about frames and then API testing. We'll take some examples and I'll show you how to use it. Yeah. These are some, tool sets that, by default, Playwright has. You need not to have get it installed by a third party library. You have the Playwright inspector, trace viewer, you have code gen, right? These are tool like, inbuilt HTML report automatically gets generated. You have logs as well, and you can inbuilt, like, you can embed screenshots as well, in the HTML report. So everything is in one package that you get with Playwright. As I said, uh, testing, like, retrying the test if the test fails, running it in parallel, okay, and tagging the test, right? A page model and, data parameterization that we have just spoken a couple of minutes back. Yeah, we'll also look at, Jenkins, I would say, Azure DevOps, like, how to create, I would say, a pipeline, right? And before doing that, we'll also look at Git, couple of commands of Git, how to create a Git repository, how to clone it, what are the commands for, you know, pushing the code, getting the code, creating a new branch, merging a new branch. We'll talk about that, and also we'll set up pipelines as well.
One more thing here, just to add on, just a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. So nowadays, for any automation tools, it could be a Celery, Cypress, Playwright. CI/CD pipeline is expected from the market, guys. Okay. Because that is what every automation tester should know. Okay, Git and Jenkins or Azure. Azure will cover the Jenkins part in the Azure itself. Okay. Yeah. Good.
Yes. So basically, some companies would use Jenkins as their, CI/CD toolset. Somebody would be using, Azure DevOps, right? So I'll like, we would
You want to show
also,
the demo? Uh, sorry, I think I interrupted.
yep, not a problem. I can show a demo. Give me a minute. Let me share my screen.
Yeah, I'll give the control just a minute. I think you have the control.
Yeah. Let me know once you're able to see my screen.
Yes, able to see.
Okay. So here, what I've done is, this is with Selenium with C Sharp. So what I'm doing is, let me show you. Let me open, give me a minute and let me close the tabs and then, we pull it here. So we'll go to Playwright. This is a website. So if you see, I'm going to this website. So this is a website. What I need to do is I need to click on getting started. Okay. And then I would say I'll go to the introduction, getting started, mark one. And then I'll try to see that, once I go into this page, right, I need to see that, this is the page title, right? This is the installation should come in, right? This is what I'm validating. So let me just, do one thing. Let me see the locators, and then we are good to go. Right. Sure. So we are here now. Okay. Introduction is this. We are getting started. Introduction, right? This is the one. Okay. Let's do one. This it's a class. So I'll get this element and I'll click on it. Okay. And then what I'll do is once I am on the element, right? Let me, when I'm on this page, right? I need this installation text just to validate that I'm on this page, right? Let me check whether I'm on the right element. Yep, I'm on the right element. If I want to run this, right, let's run it and see whether I'm able to do it or I'm able to run it successfully. If I run it, right, let's see what happens. So not it is not pulling up all the tests, right? I'm going to code. Let me clearly let me build it again. We're good. We'll go to test and then we'll try to run this test. Let's see. Okay, now it's running. See, it is there. It clicked on this. And if you see here, what happened is the test failed. Why did it fail? Is that it was not able to find the locator because it was trying to find the locators before the page was loading. If I add a sleep value, usually what we do is we would uh, you know add if somebody knows selenium, we need to add a weight for element to be visible and then we can validate it, right? When I'm simplifying it, I'm adding just thread dot sleep so that thread sleeps for 5 seconds and then we'll get that element and then we'll validate it. Let's run it. Let's see what happens. Yeah, the test passed, right? Because we did wait for that element to come up, right? And the test passed. This means that you need to have wait is very important in Selenium, right? And I'll show you a code in Playwright as well. But if you see, the resource is also up, right? So for that, what I need to do is, I did close it, but still, one if the test failed, right? I was not able to close the resource because it was throwing an exception here itself because it was not able to find an you know element and then it went ahead, right? It did not execute this. So closing of the resource is also important in Selenium. But if we talk about Playwright, right? We'll do the same activity here. Okay, I have a demo test. What I'll do is I'll do the same activity. Okay, let me go here. I'll go to sorry, my mistake. Now I need to click on getting started. Right? I'll say await page dot locator and I'll say I'll copy this locator and then I'll click. Okay. Now after clicking on it, what I'll do is I need to find this element and check that the title is installation. So what I'll say is await. I'll say expect. Say expect and I'll say locator, right? So I'll say await is dot locator. Say to have text, right? Go back and copy this text.
So just a minute, sorry to say, but I don't know this all. This is what we're going to teach you, Sagar.
Yes.
Okay, just we are showing the difference between Playwright and Selenium. As we said in that, what is that? In the syllabus, advantages of Selenium, I mean Playwright is like we need not to put an extra, weight here. Auto weight will be there. That is a one advantage. There are so many advantages you'll get to know. If you know the Selenium, you can have the comparison. If you don't know the
Yes.
Selenium, it's okay to learn the Playwright also. But thing is, we have so many advantages over the Selenium. ये बता रहे बस.
Yes.
Okay. So
So,
this is what Anuj sir is doing now. This is what sir is going to train you on. That's the reason we have the Playwright training session. Okay.
oh, something went wrong. Okay, fine. Let me do that. I have made a mistake here. So, this was the mistake. I am it right now. See, the test pass. I need not to specify any weights, right? So, Playwright is quite easy because it has auto weight in it. So, you need not to do anything, right? And the other thing is, I said inbuilt report, right? So, if I copy this command and if I run it, right? See, I'm able to get the report as well. See, I've got the report and also the screenshot, large screenshot. So, a lot of things that, you get it in Playwright, you don't get it in other toolsets. This is what we wanted to show. Uh, I'll just stop sharing and let me see. Was okay, let me stop sharing. Okay.
One more thing is if you use a Selenium, okay, you have so many third-party tools you need to use, okay, to take the screenshot, to display the, what is that, graph and all. But Playwright has everything inbuilt. That is a plus point, okay, because many of the banking projects, related projects, people, what they do is they hesitate or they scared of using the third-party tools, okay. So Playwright is having everything inbuilt, and that's too from Microsoft. It's a kind of trustworthy, you can say, right, Anirudh?
Yes, yes. And everything is inbuilt in Playwright. So we need to just understand now from where do we need to enable it and then how do we need to use it. That's it. So Playwright in total is I would say a good tool set to learn.
Okay, that means without writing any code about taking screenshot, we can like Playwright can take the screenshot and show us.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes. And other thing is, I did not talk about, trace viewer. The trace viewer gives you more detail of what exactly has happened in the test itself. Okay, so the stable report would tell you that, these are the things that happened, right? But trace viewer is another tool set that Playwright has, wherein it will give you second by second activity that this was the, activity that you performed, what exactly has happened with the screenshot. So there are many things that you get with Playwright. That is what I wanted to say.
Okay.
Yes, guys, anyone, any doubts so far? We have very few slides to cover again. Sagar, do you have any questions? There's just a, comparison we try to showcase you how it works in Selenium and how it works in uh, Playwright.
Yes, because maximum people, they know Selenium, but they don't know Playwright, right? So, people who have been working in Selenium, they can make out that, what are advantages that you get in Playwright, with this demo, right? Small demo.
Okay.
So the
Sagar,
basics like uh,
yes.
so the basics like what we write in Selenium like WebDriver driver like to use the driver in the whole project. So is there anything like in the Playwright we have to write the drivers or like that only? Or like I saw that await dot something was written there. So Is that a driver or something like that? I
See,
don't know.
basically, we talk about, I'll be teaching about the browser context and the page, right? Page is the one wherein everything needs to be executed, right? So there is a page object that gets created, and we'll also talk about, the details of it, right? You have context, you have browse. See, there are three things that comes into picture, right? It's a browser, then you have a context, which is called as profile, okay, and then you have a page on which everything gets executed, right? So I'll give you a detailed explanation on it when we start with it, right? So
Okay,
you
okay,
in Selenium you have driver. Here you have three things: browser, context, as well as you have page.
okay. You are going to cover that. Okay,
Yes.
no. Okay.
Pratibha, Pratik, Rajesh, Mronali, Nikita, Farooq, any doubts so far? Okay. I think next slide is okay. Actual syllabus will start very soon. Okay, we'll inform in the group. And the total fees is 10,000 and one-time payment is 9,000. We are keeping the same fees as last session, last batch we took. We thought of increasing, but we are not increased. Okay. And first three demo sessions will be free. Okay, you can sit, you can see how whether it is understandable or not. Then you can continue with the registering to the class. Okay. Next one is okay, just for your information. Okay. Next one is international certificate. We have 100% passing guarantee. That is everything like ISTQB, Terraform, PMP, CSI, CPSM, AWS certificate. Everything is given. Okay. And this is details of Anirudh sir. He's having 16 plus years of experience. Technologies having idea on like Selenium, Playwright, Cypress, Java, C Sharp, JavaScript, TypeScript, Git, Jenkins, Azure, JMeter, Postman, etc. And he's having a Microsoft C Sharp certification. He's having and Azure Cloud Agent 900. This is also the trainer Anirudh is having. Hmm, I think yeah. Thank you so much for your time and please ask if you have any questions. Feel free to ask Nikita. Uh, you can ask any questions if you have.
Hello, sir. Mrinali Vatsori this side.
Yeah, Mrunali.
Yeah. So I just have one question. Actually, right now I'm doing manual testing. So, can I then move for the directly playwright, or I need to do the Selenium?
No need to go for Selenium because it is equivalent to Selenium.
Okay.
Anirudh sir, you can go ahead.
Mrinal, see, basically, we need to understand how do we interact with the web page using automation tool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once you understand one tool, you will be able to pick up the other tool as well. Okay. So directly
Okay.
going to Playwright would help you.
Mm-hmm. So this is best way. Right now, actually, I'm doing manual testing, so that's why I'm just asking. So better way to directly go with the playwright, right?
Yes, you can go with the Playwright. See, basically, we need to understand the concept, right? Eh,
Yeah.
We have a tool, right? We'll give you the concept, right? Why it is used, how it is being used, right? And
Mm-hmm.
and then you need to just, when you talk about other tools, you need to just compare it with the, tool, and then you'll be able to understand. So you can directly, start with Playwright.
Okay. Okay. All right. So thank you.
Hi here, Pratik here. I have one question. So, I'm working on automation, Selenium plus Java. It's been around 2 years, and to move to to prepare for playwright and to attend the interviews, what I can expect the interview questions like Selenium plus Java and plus playwright, or it will be just playwright. So, how it could be like that? Could you please explain?
Pratik, just to answer your question, because I mean, I've seen two of my colleagues has shifted from Selenium to Playwright, and they got a job in other companies also. What they did is like obviously because many of the people are not knowing or completely having knowledge on playwright nowadays in the market. That's the reason they have only option is to ask the question from the Selenium. But you'll be having an weightage if you have the knowledge on the playwright. Their expectation is playwright, but thing is they themselves don't know what to ask in the playwright. This is what I've heard from my colleagues who has switched their job. Yes, Anil sir, you can ask. Anil sir, you can tell if you have any.
Yeah, so Pratik, we would be focusing on playwright, right? Then what we'll do is, we'll focus on all the required thing that is being used in the industry. Okay. So if you are done with this course, I don't think that you should have any problems in, clearing any of the interviews, because we'll take each and every, I would say, that is being used in the industry. Okay.
Okay, okay. Okay. Thanks.
Yes, guys.
Hello, my doubt is basically I don't have any knowledge about Selenium. So it is easy to understand Playwright or
Yes,
take
yes, yes.
time.
Yes, it is very easy. We'll take step by step. We'll be really slow in making sure that people should understand. Okay, and it's quite easy. If you understand how, like, we'll see basically, how to get the element on the web page is what you need to understand, and then you have straightforward methods that are there, right? Okay, so we'll focus on that aspect as well. So everything that is required for an automation, we'll be taking up in this Playwright course. So,
Okay,
somebody who has enrolled for it, he'll be, thorough with the concept, and he'll be able to write code on his own.
okay, thank you.
See,
Yeah,
the manual testers can also attend the playwright. You guys need not to know Selenium. If you know, it's okay. If you don't know, that is also okay. You can attend the playwright sessions because it is a completely new tool. You need not to have a prerequisite like, you must have a knowledge on Selenium. ऐसे नहीं है. It's not like that. Okay. You can start this playwright from the scratch without any prior knowledge of Selenium.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
yeah. Hi, Anirudh, Sagar here this side.
Yes, Sagar.
Yeah. I just wanted to ask, are we going for any project in this course?
See, what I'll do is, there are a couple of open source, websites on internet,
Okay.
right? What we'll do is, I'll provide you with the link of it. And then when we talk about, CI/CD as well as Git, and then how to build a framework, right? What we'll do is, we'll take those websites and we'll add few tests onto those websites. So it will give you an idea that how, we need to build test, and how we need to create a frameworks. So this would be a good example for you, and doing that, right? You will be like, it will clear all your concept, and you will be able to, it will be something like, preparing for the interview.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So there will be a session for the interview preparation at the last of this course,
So
right?
basically, our course has those things like, page model pattern, data parameterizations, right? Prabhu, can we go to the next slide, like Git and framework related thing, right? Okay. So these five things would include a lot of things, that is being used in the industry. So, once you do that, you'll be thorough with it.
Right. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks, Anirudh.
Yes, guys. Anyone? Any other questions? Okay, fine. Guys, I think you're all in the group that is, its name is, what is that? Playwright TypeScript January, right? Hope everyone is in that group, so that because going forward we are going to put all the information in that group only. So that's the reason. Just wanted to understand whether you're all in that group or not. If not, please uh, ping Nikita. Okay, you can note down her number. That is 07892187036. Okay. Otherwise, we have information in the group itself. Yes, guys. Anyone? Any other doubts? Okay. Your silence will take it as no questions. So fine then. I will ask to Anirudh sir from when to start the batch. Then first three demonstrations are free. You can attend the session. Okay, and you can proceed with the things. Okay. Okay. All right.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank
Thanks.
you,
Thank
everyone.
you,
Bye
sir.
bye.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye.